Today we're going to start the maintenance teardown of the Comanche. Definitely needs some love. It's been wheeled, beat to death past 4.5, almost going on 5 years now. I'm going to be tearing these Big Shocks Coilovers out. I've got the 14-inch 2.25s, and they've been leaking. I don't have any bump stops on the thing. And let's see. The right side got less shaft showing than the left side, so it's sagging in the rear. Just needs some love. I've got a leaky axle seal up front here that I'm gonna have to do something about, that I just noticed the other day. But I did place an order through Big Shocks, and I got some shaft bump stops sitting here now, and I got different size shock shims. While I'm in there doing the fluid and doing the seal change, I might as well try something else different. So hopefully these will go smooth installing and make it ride a little nicer through the trails. We do a lot of rock wheeling and wind rock. We've been to Hollywood, we've been to AOP in Tennessee. So that kind of wheeling, these shock shims should do us well with all the hard banging around in the trails we do. So let's get to getting this thing tore down, getting the coilovers out, putting it up on jack stands, and just start that process. Alright, I just want to show you guys quick what you'd be looking for when you're actually doing some maintenance on your coilovers. There is a better video online that I'll link in the description. My buddy Jake Warner made a video, full rebuild on how to do everything on these shocks from top to bottom. So what you'd be looking for specifically, you pull this, get this shaft out. Like I said, his video will show you all how to do that more in depth. But once you have this out, you want to be looking at your shims on top and bottom. You can get a better look at them once they're off, but see if this thing will focus. My bottom shims on my rears are bent up right there. So that's the case that my limit straps are too long and the shocks are banging around, bottoming out. This is another thing you want to be looking at, the shape of this. This one looks pretty good. A couple things you want to be looking for when doing some maintenance and replacing the seals in these things. Make sure you get all your fluid cleaned out. I've been shoving this shaft back in here with a rag on it all the way down to the bottom, getting all that junk out and shooting a bunch of brake clean in there just to make sure it's all super nice and clean. But yeah, so going through these shocks, getting them tore down. This side, the bore is good, of course, not too much going on there. I did get the shaft out, and we have a destroyed bushing. We have shims that are split and just junk everywhere inside the shock body. This is full of crap. And yeah, these things have been beat on for 4 years and it's definitely showing. So good thing we are replacing these shims. The other side here, these ones are good. I think these are the rebounds. Those are in good shape, so we should be able to save some parts, but I am gonna have to place another order and get some more stuff coming. All right, guys, Jeep's all done, put back together. I did not film the reinstall process and all that stuff. That can be kind of boring. This is more just an informative video on coilovers and the rebuild process. But here she is, sitting back on all fours. I did bump the rear because, so you take your springs out, there's a snap ring behind this collar, and you can put in any of these slots. So you have a little bit of ride height adjustment, just in case your hoops aren't in the right spot or you end up getting the project done and it's sitting a little higher in the rear than the front than you want. But anyways, I bumped mine up about an inch in the rear because it was almost too low, to where it was just almost hitting fenders sometimes. But now I got it sitting good, looks good. So next step is take it out and see how it does. I think I'm gonna take it on a couple seasonal trails around the house and just test it out that way. That way, if there's any issues or whatnot, then we're not far from home. So we are testing out the shocks for the first time. I want to just go somewhere easy, nice and simple, where we don't have to load the truck up, put it on a trailer, and find out something's wrong. So out tooling around right now. Nothing crazy out here, but so far so good. The truck rides noticeably better. Before I was bouncing off the back of the seat and whatnot, but no more of that, so all good. Next on the list is transfer case. I'm putting that 205 in it, and then I gotta do something about this back window. It's rattling around like crazy and the plexiglass is all cracked up and stuff, and I gotta get a thicker piece and cut that up and somehow fasten it to it better than I have now. So stay tuned for that stuff.